the next topic that we're going to talk about today is we have a scoop from Jeff Snyder from his but like blog, the In Snyder, which he kind of does scoops. And some things have been right, some things have been wrong. We've covered plenty of stuff that he's scooped on this podcast before.
We have indeed.
But one of the latest scoops is that apparently in Panther 3, with Ian and I think it's got to be confirmed at this point. We believe it's coming out after Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah, there's no way. I
can't imagine it's coming out before.
Right.
Which kind of leads into what the scoop is that it's rumored that they're going to recast T'Challa. And you might be like, well, how are they going to recast T'Challa? They said he was dead in the universe. There's no more Chadwick Boseman. And who's his sister? His sister's name?
Shuri.
Who picked Shuri? Thank you.
Yep.
Shuri picked up the Black Panther mantle, even though it was she was a bit reluctant to, I would say, for most of the movie.
Well, it doesn't even seem like she's picked up like the throne. It just seems like she's picked up the Black Panther like role, as I guess is what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for context sake, for me, I was on the side of when Chadwick Boseman passed away that they should recast T'Challa. I think it was a bit of a mistake to have Shuri take it up. Personally, I thought that the T'Challa character was too important, and it would have actually, I thought, it would have showed to me, if they would have kept going with that character, it would have been even more respectful to like Chadwick to have like that character keep going and what he represented.
Right, because he did so much to bring that character to the screen. Yeah.
And I understand why the other side of the argument, but like we see in Harrison Ford with Thunderbolt Ross, like a lot William Hurt, iconic one, is Thunderbolt Ross. And like, granted, I know he's not as culturally as significant of a character
but like they've already done it. Is what you're saying. Like if they want to continue a story, then recast,
the character's clearly important to their story that they want to tell,
for sure.
And but anyways, so to me, if this news is true, I'm very happy about it. And the way that I'm thinking, if they're going to go about this, I don't think they're going to be like, T'Challa, he actually didn't die. When he had
they're not going to do that.
When he had the poisoning or the disease or whatever, like he didn't die. He actually he put his heart into such a low beating state that it was undetectable by the smartest woman in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think that's going to, I think Secret Wars is going to happen. More than likely, I'm pretty convinced at this point we're going to have a soft reboot of certain events and certain characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
And T'Challa will be a different actor. And hopefully they can tastefully, like the way that they did with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, where it's like, you missed a lot of stuff, but like, here we are. Pretty much here's like a 2-minute explanation of what happened.
I think it'll be a similar thing as to what happened with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like basically when you watch those 3 movies, like that trilogy, you have to watch Infinity War and Endgame because like there are major things that happen to the crew, and that changes them. And with Black Panther, it's going to be the exact same thing. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good experience. But like it won't flow incredibly well from Black Panther Wakanda Forever to Black Panther 3, where you had I'm reuniting with like T'Challa's son, to he's back and alive and a different actor and from a different universe, and it's not going to work amazingly well, but I think what Secret Wars is going to do is it's going to be exactly that. It's going to be a soft reboot for the Marvel Universe, and things will just be like a little different, I think, for each storyline going forward. And I think it's just going to be how it's going to be tailored to how they want things to, work down the line. Like I think Blade probably will come after Secret Wars at this point, is my guess, and they'll work in, storylines for that somehow.
You think Blade is still gonna happen?
They keep saying it is, so I'm gonna keep believing them. But yeah, no, I just think I think you're right. Like I think it's gonna be a soft reboot, and I don't think it will be a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, so like, where do you fall on like recast versus not recasting, like continuing with somebody like Shuri or even somebody else in the future, like maybe the Black Panther role then gets passed on again, because she didn't seem like she was still in a very like vengeful place at the end of that movie, I felt like, and I could imagine that she may not want to continue with it, but like, yeah, what is your?
I mean, I don't mind seeing Shuri continue to have the role for a while. Like, I think that's fine with me. I thought Wakanda Forever was a really good movie, and I enjoyed her arc through it. But and here's the thing: at the time too, when Chadwick Boseman died, I was very on the side. I was like on the opposite side of you. I was like, let's recast T'Challa. It's like I couldn't have imagined anyone else in that role, and I think it would have been awkward at the time to see like a different T'Challa. I think enough time maybe has passed where I'm feeling differently about it now. I think it could have been stronger for his character and his arc to continue. Even though I like Wakanda Forever a lot. But yeah, like now I don't mind them doing a soft reboot and bringing T'Challa back. I think that's not a bad option.
But what would you prefer?
Surprising.
What would you prefer?
Like if it prefer Shuri staying as Black Panther over T'Challa coming back,
yes,
and being Black Panther.
Yes.
I guess I would maybe prefer Shuri to stay as Black Panther, only because I think it's like you're just so clearly like flip-flopping on like what you wanted to do. Like you're just saying, okay, let's not go down recasting at all and make a really like good story out of what we have. And then you're saying, oh, you know what? Let's like abandon all that story we just wrote and like bring him back,
Counterpoint. We get to see her as Black Panther for 2 more movies, which is Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, have an interesting character arc happen in those movies. And then it's like, I don't need to be Black Panther anymore. I don't want to be Black Panther anymore. And if T'Challa does come back, she's like, here's my brother. He is actually who Wakanda needs. I go back to being the smartest character in the cinematic universe.
I can't say I dislike it. It's a good option because you make her a central figure in those movies. You get the arc you wanted with her, that you would have gotten in Black Panther 3 possibly, So I think you're right. I think that can work for sure.
Or she dies as Black Panther.
I think that would be incredibly sad for her to die, and then because Black Panther 3, she's like, she doesn't even get to meet her brother again.
Because I will say that in Secret Wars, which they can change the characters if they want to, and have it be a very impactful scene. Mm-hmm. But there is a particular conflict between Black Panther and Namor in Secret Wars that happens that is really important. And
you think it needs to be T'Challa?
No, I'm just saying that having those two compete, especially with him killing her mother, and what he apparently like what he would be in charge of. And I think maybe that would go more into Doomsday, or it could be Secret Wars. I think it'd be more Secret Wars. It would be cool. And I, like,
yeah,
I'm just saying, I don't think it would have to be T'Challa, but it would, I think the decisions that get made in that conflict maybe would make her not want to continue being in that role.
I mean, that's great. I'm down for a great arc for her to step down, eventually. So, maybe I would prefer then, like, if this, like, I guess maybe it really depends all on that then of how good her arc is in Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then I would have a preference. But just right now, from what I've seen, I would still prefer Shuri to stick.
Okay.
Yeah.